What it do, baby? We back at it again. A brief hiatus.
Yes, man.
Episode 16.
16. Let's do it, man. We're about to do it. Come on, Lamar. What we got for him, man?
Big dog talk. We got the demise of Philly. We got Ben Simmons don't want to shoot. We got two amazing playoff games.
Yeah.
We got head coaches
the conference
hired.
finals. We're in the conference finals. Come on.
Conference finals right now. Ice Tray.
He's killing
We
it.
got a little bit of everything. We got Joker at home watching the games just like us. We got Luka. We don't know where he going, if he's staying, if he's leaving. We're going to unpack it. We're unpacking everything. We're going to start right now with the Philly demise and then go into the conference finals.
I like that. The Philly demise.
The Philly demise. They lost game 7. Embiid, to me, didn't do enough.
Mm-hmm.
Ben Simmons didn't do anything but pass the rock. And Doc Rivers got outcoached again in a game 7, now being the number 1 losingest coach in game 7s in history at .349.
Talk about it. So here's the thing that I want to tackle with Philly. So there's a lot of different stories. First, I want to start with Doc. I saw Josh Smith going Twitter crazy. He was going video crazy.
Yeah.
He made a couple of points that shocked me and that I had to stop back and think. And it was like, when did Doc win? When he had 4 Hall of Famers.
The squad.
Not 3, 4.
I know.
4 Hall of Famers.
And a bench.
So, and Kobe had to take them out one time.
I know. I get to see if he would have won back to back.
Yeah, maybe one of them's you then. But Kobe even took you out one time. Just him. So for me, I think a lot of the blame is on Doc. I didn't like how he answered the post-game question by saying he doesn't know if he can win with Ben Simmons as a point guard. Listen,
he was confused and scared. He didn't know what to say.
Yeah, but I would have said, one, he needs to be a small forward. What's up with this Ben Simmons being a point guard? Not in this league. He needs to be a small forward or a 4, just like Giannis is playing, just like Bron be playing. And then let him take 3 threes a game.
Then it looks okay. Then it looks okay. But we got him in the point guard and just sucking up a position. So that's one, Doc's fault and other coaches' fault for not figuring that out as well. So number 1, we're going to start. Doc Rivers is the issue.
Doc Rivers is the top blame for me.
Okay, top blame. I don't disagree.
Just the way you handled everything and the way you did adjustments, you were the top blame for me. Second would be Ben Simmons. That mental, you got to get, what is wrong with you? You don't pass that. And he did say that he thought Danilo was on his back. Granted, you could see he didn't look. You know what I mean? He felt him on his shoulder and then he kind of looked. But still and yet, you can go up with 2 hands and just take that foul and eat it. We all know that his mental was scared. He was in his head. And you just can't do that. You can't be in 2021 and get a lower free throw percentage than Shaq. You just can't do it. So does he need to get traded? Yes.
Yep. It's over. It's over.
Do you trade him for CJ McCollum? No. What are you talking about? You flip him for Ben Simmons. You flip him for like Dame Lillard. Ben Simmons is still, I know everybody's like on.
He's an all-star. That's it.
You can look like that all you want to. The next step that he takes is going to unlock his whole potential. Like, I think that.
How many years we've been saying that? 4 years. He just got a max. Hold on. Before you finish. Ray, he got a max contract without even being able to shoot.
And that's why I trade him for a max player. I don't trade him for CJ McCollum.
You can't. This diminishes value.
The only reason you can't is because you won't. If I am anybody, you say you can't. Everybody else says they can't because they want Ben Simmons. It's not that you can't. Everybody in the league wants.
Nobody's knocking at the door for Ben Simmons.
The Lakers are?
No, we're not. I've
saw so many.
I have too, and it's
okay. So stop acting like that is not in their plans. They would easily get Ben Simmons, and so would. That's why they're trying to package CJ McCollum, because they're like, yeah, for sure, throw him.
Yeah, but Philly would have to give a number 1 pick and Ben Simmons.
Nobody's worried about picks no more, bro.
Number 1
picks are dead.
This draft is nice.
Picks are dead, bro. This draft, they ain't doing nothing for 3 more years, and the process is over. So
the process is over.
Yeah, nobody's worried about or sweating about no picks and no college kids coming out trying to ball. Not in this case.
does Embiid get any blame? Because to me, game 5, I want to say, when he went 0 for 12 in the second half, that can never, ever happen. You can't let Clint Capella body you.
Yeah.
And he thought he was Kevin Durant. So as much as I want to blame Ben Simmons, Embiid need to get down low, bro.
Embiid for me doesn't get that much blame. He gets the blame for how he threw
third. I got him third.
Yeah, he threw his teammate under the bus in the press conference, and you don't do that regardless of if you're the championship player or not. I don't give him blame because, one, he's like playing on a torn meniscus. We forget that he's still doing that.
That's true. Yeah, and he played good. He did.
Yeah, so
statistically, he played good.
So if I'm on a torn meniscus, I'm not being in the paint. And then 2, I just don't think that he is the number 1 player on the championship team. I think he's the number 2 player.
Embiid?
Yes, I said what I said.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
this is crazy coming from you, because last month you said he was MVP, and now you're saying he's the number 2
for a championship team.
So
you can be the MVP and still win the Eastern Conference. I don't care. That don't mean you win the championship.
Potential MVP player has to be the number 2. Now, if you're going off of what you said earlier, not today, but you said he's a potential, he should have been the MVP outside of Steph, blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
Why couldn't he get the job done against, say, inferior stat-wise Atlanta Hawks?
And that's why I say he's a number 2 player on a championship team. I don't think Ben Simmons was close to playing like even a number 3. I don't think Tobias Harris showed up enough. I think if you give Embiid a constant score, and you can't say Harden because Harden doesn't show up in the playoffs. So I'll say if you give him a constant score, i.e. a Harden, i.e. a Jimmy Butler, but more scoring, then you can see that 0 for 12, and it won't really affect the win or the loss for the 76ers. But a big man carrying the team, when's the last time you've seen that? For a championship.
AD did it for us. He should have won. He could have won MVP.
You know that's BS. I'm talking about like
the bubble ring.
I'm talking about like a Shaq. I'm talking about like a just that person being a.
It's rare. No, it's very
rare,
rare,
and it hasn't happened. It's rare, and you can't name it.
Yeah, now that I'm thinking.
So that's what I'm talking about. I don't think he has to be the second best player.
Well, do I think that's happening within the next 10 years? Hell no.
It will only happen if Philly don't let the Philly fans devalue your player.
Well, you already saw he's up for a mega max now. So they're now about to be broke. Once they give him that money.
They're not giving him that money. But yeah, I take it. Doc, Ben, Embiid. How about you?
I like that. I like Doc. Doc, for the reasons you said. The adjustments were trash. You blew a 25-point lead. You blew an 18. Bro, this series straight up should have been done. Like, you know what I mean? We shouldn't even been having this conversation. Danny Green getting hurt did hurt them just a little bit. They made a lot of bonehead plays, especially with the last 2 minutes.
Danny Green getting hurt doesn't hurt anybody.
I think because it gave, he was a starter. So now you're giving some more people off the bench who didn't get. Doc Rivers ran a tight
I just don't want to hear it when Ibaka's hurt and Kawhi's hurt and they're in the conference.
Well, Kawhi been hurt. And Ibaka got back surgery. He out until
from Doc, I don't want to hear it.
No, from Doc, I don't want. Oh, yes, from Doc. But I'm talking adjustment wise.
Yes.
He didn't make the right adjustments. Ben Simmons. Once you saw, I can't think of the dude. Shea Milton. Mm-hmm. Or not Shea. It may not be Shea. Mm-hmm. When he came in, maybe game 4, game 5, it dropped 10 points in 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
The next game, he may have potentially needed to start. It's okay.
He's on a hot streak. That's how you make playoff adjustments. You let the boy run until he get cold, and you take him out, and it's justified.
Exactly. Or run Ben Simmons just for a little bit, because they run on a fast break 3-on-1. Ben Simmons will have the ball and will throw the ball behind him.
Mm-hmm.
You're not winning like that. So once he saw that, he failed to make adjustments. When I saw him over there like this.
And you got to forget, I'll never forget when you can't backtrack in between 2 games and say you're not going to take him out of the game and then say we maybe got to take him out of the game and then all this stuff. But I mean, props go off to the Hawks. Props go off to Nate McMillan.
Nate McMillan.
He did hack a Shaq, and it changed the course of the game. Yep. He's actually the only coach in the Eastern Conference who was doing adjustments. And he's the only coach that really He's not the only coach that has the pieces for adjustments because he has probably the same amount of pieces that the Celtics have realistically, minus a big man. So I do want to move on to Luka.
Okay.
And first, I want to start with this question to you. Who do you think is closer to being like Kobe, Luka or Devin Booker?
I mean, if you you said all the way back. Well, if you know what's crazy, this question has been, I got a lot of texts about this question.
It was a Devin Booker question earlier, I think this week, saying he's the next Kobe.
Now, it depends on what your criteria for is, off of height, off of skill, off of his love for Kobe. Is he the next Kobe? No. I don't think anyone's the next Kobe until you get rings, until you've been in the league for 10 years and you are a superstar. Do I think he's the next Devin Booker? Yes. Do I think he kind of did the same thing Kobe did to Jordan? And that's okay. He emulated his game after him. Watching him last night when it was like 40 seconds and he got the ball and went right to the right elbow, pulled up, I said, fuck, that looked just like the Lakers when they played the Suns in the playoffs.
Yeah, no. I'm with you. The reason I put Luka in that conversation because that was the only comparison I could think to because of this.
Jason Tatum would have been a better one for me.
No, I don't think so. I think Luka's the closest to Kobe.
What?
Because when I imagine not game, so you got to look.
They don't even play the same.
Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, not game is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about impact. I'm talking about championships. I'm talking about statistics going to go down when you see Wilt, Michael, LeBron, Kobe, Luka. None of all of them got the same game. That's what I'm talking about. So I don't think Luka. Let me also pause this real fast and say that Luka was, when KD made that crazy 40-point triple-double, who else's name was there? Luka.
Yeah, but did you see the shots that Luka took versus KD? KD shot over 50. Luka shot 30%.
Yeah, and Luka's how old? And when did KD just do that?
KD been doing that since.
No, KD just got this stat line.
Yeah,
in his 12th, 13th year. And Luka's, so we got to do trajectory. And so here's the thing. I can see kids throwing a ball, and this is where my mentality went. I could see kids throwing a trash can in Slovenia saying Luka before I could see anybody saying Devin or Jason or Tatum. And I think that Kobe saying something to Luka on that sideline was something more than what everybody wants Devin Booker to be the pass off one, even Tatum to be the pass off one. But Kobe was shooting a shot at Luka, like, oh yeah, I know you. Oh yeah, we got the both foreign thing. Oh yeah, we both know languages. Oh yeah, da 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 da. So I think when it's all said and done, just because you get close to 70 don't mean that you're just like Kobe.
Ooh, let me unpack that. Wow. Now, to say either one of them is the next Kobe,
and let me just say that's blasphemous, disrespectful. This is a dude that has 5 rings. I don't think anybody like Lamar's Lamar, Kobe's Kobe, Devin's Devin, Luka's Luka.
Now, I love Devin's game. When I watch Devin Booker, he's not a defensive
player though.
He's not he did play defense last night.
I don't care about one night.
No.
Kobe played defense. What was it? His
no, he was 12-time.
No, Kobe played defense his rookie season. Like he still only averaged 7 points a game. You know what I mean? I don't care.
No, I feel you. I'm saying offensively, watching Devin Booker, I can say, wow, he looks like Kobe. The shit
looks
he does,
like him. But
that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Let me ask you this though. Do you say, man, that's a poor man's Kobe?
No, because I don't. It's weird. This is gonna sound so weird to say, because I have Kobe here, so I never look at somebody and say that's a poor man's Kobe. It's just like when I watch Jason Tatum, and we talked about this, try to get to the elbows.
So like Tatum got to 4 spots, and Booker gets to 7, 8.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And Booker's jump shot almost is very similar, and I think it's more his love for Kobe is what people are like. Let's try to push him.
Yes, he does have. Booker does have an outward love for Kobe.
Outward love. Now, if he wins a ring this year,
he's going to be christened as possibly Kobe. He needs to win another one fast. But if he wins this year, then hey, I'll let the headlines roll.
Okay, all right. Let's go straight into the conference finals. So tonight, Ice Trey dropped 48 on him, shot horrible from three, but shot great from the free throw, and put his stamp on the game. The one thing I love about him, he took this villain role and ran with it. Their bench gave them grit. John Collins is playing amazing. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. He is playing very, very good ball.
Yeah.
Nate McMillan made great adjustments, like you said. So I got to give all hats off to them. The Bucks, Chris Middleton. If there was a milk carton, it would be, where are you, bro?
Yeah.
Like, what did the Bucks win? Did the Bucks lose this game, or did they get it stolen?
I have to stop, because for every game the Hawks won, I've said the other team lost it. Or, so we got to.
Atlanta earned this.
At some point, Trey, yes, you can look at the box score and he'll be 5 from 23. He'll be 6 from 17. His
impact is
3 for 20. But when that fourth quarter comes, you can't stop that three ball. Meaning it can go in or it can miss, but you're going to question it every time it goes up. And so I think you have to give credit to the Hawks, because everybody wanted Bogdanovich. Everybody wanted Gallinari for cheaper.
Gallinari been playing good off the bench too.
For cheaper than what they signed him for. So that's why they let him go. Yep. But these two foreign players are like a poor man's Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown as far as wings. Gallinari 6'8", 6'10". Bogdanovich is 6'7".
I would prefer you to call him like a poor man's Hedo Turkoglu.
No. I would say poor man, the black man on the Celtics, because they're foreign. They're in the Hawks. They're solid. They're not being star power. And if they were just in the Celtics, they get bounced too. So I don't, you know what I mean? I think with those two wings and a Trae Young that is hungry for being overlooked by Luka and all that career stuff that he's went through, and Clint Capella has always been one of my favorite centers. From when 2 years
Blame
ago,
Harden for messing him up.
From when 2 years ago they were on the Rockets, and I remember
he played good on the Rockets.
And he said, with Chris Paul right beside him, I want the Golden State. And Chris Paul said, "Shut up," because he was like, "Boy, do you know what you're saying?" But that's the type of mentality that a young Capella had, and so
same mentality he said about New York.
Yeah, so you traded him to the Hawks. I thought that was it was a great pickup for the Hawks, and so with that center and those two wing pieces, it's making Trae a little harder to guard. But when it comes to the West, he's gonna be a lot. He's locked up.
So what can the Bucks do for Game 2 to make adjustments? Because Giannis being Giannis, he actually shot 6 from 8 from free throw. So a game that he didn't shoot bad at, and Drew Holiday, for some odd reason, is only playing halves. One half he played good, the next half he played ass, and he only wanted to shoot threes. Actually, the whole team wanted to shoot threes.
Yeah, that's what they have to do. They have to stop shooting threes, even though that's what got you there. You can't go 3 for 3 with Atlanta, because you could lose all your games. So you have to get Giannis in the paint. So that means you got to get Capella out the paint. So Brook Lopez needs to stay.
They had Clint Capella guarding Giannis. I thought Giannis was going to drop 100 points tonight. I'm like,
yeah, that should have been easy work. That should have been clear out. Let me just beat this dude with my speed. So yeah, they'll make adjustments. But I don't know if Budenholzer. See, there's a lot of demons in this game that we don't see. Like Budenholzer used to coach Atlanta.
His job's on the line as well.
And his job's on the line. And Bogdanovich was the failed thing that Milwaukee was going to get in the offseason.
Yep.
So there's a lot of like demons that the Milwaukee Bucks are facing. And if they can't get past the Atlanta Hawks, Trae Young going to give you one game in the finals, by the way.
Oh, yes.
So if Trae Young is in the finals, he's going to give you one. And don't let him not be injured. That little dude.
I know you were about to say. Okay, so before we go to the West, who wins the series? Prediction right now.
Prediction gut, Hawks in 6.
Wow. I was actually going to say Hawks in 6 too. So there it is.
Yeah, I don't even want it. I got family in Milwaukee, you know what I'm saying? But I say Hawks in 6 the way it's looking. And I know I just don't think there's a point guard, because they're not letting Drew lock up Trae.
No,
So
he's doing a lot of picks. The picks is working.
So
That pick and pop is killing him.
They don't got a point guard now. You traded Bledsoe. You remember you had Bledsoe and Hill that only guarded the point guard position, but now you're falling into that Drew 1 through 3 category. So Drew tired, which is why he's playing halves. And when that second half comes, you don't got another point guard that properly guard Trey.
Because I think as crazy as it's gonna sound, what's his name? DiVincenzo? How you say it?
DiVincenzo. Yeah, you were almost close.
He actually plays really good ball as the guard position. I know he's not like a amazing player, but them losing him because what's the other white boy name with the dark hair?
Connaughton.
Yes, he is not it.
Yeah. But Connaughton's getting whacked, and I think DiVincenzo was a great 3-and-D player.
Yes, that's all he wanted to do.
He could hit at least 3 threes a game.
Yeah, he could stroke the 3 ball.
And that 9 points would save you.
Yes.
So, I agree with you.
All right, let's go straight out west. So we got the Clippers versus the Suns. I got Suns in 4. You potentially, I'm thinking you're going to think they're going to win 2 games at home, and it's going to be a game 6.
No, I think the Suns in 5.
Suns in 5.
Yeah,
Chris Paul comes back for game 3.
Clippers get game 3.
Suns looked good last night. The referees tried to give it to them at the end.
Give the referee's name again. What was his name?
Scott Foster. The same guy who was in the debacle with San Antonio for them switching out the players. And it almost happened again last night. Mm-hmm. I'm like, and Van Gundy was on it. He was like, look, he don't want to be back in, 2004 or whenever it was. I'm like, but he tries so hard.
At some point, we got to get Scott Foster out the NBA.
Yeah,
it's time. His time. Retire that man.
It's time. Yeah,
get him out.
Paul George. Let's just go straight to the fourth quarter because the game was amazing. A great game. Fourth quarter, momentum swung to the Clippers a little bit. They were playing really well. Every time it would score, boom, boom, boom. Paul George, a minute 15 left. 2 free throws, missed both of them.
That was killer. That was huge.
I think that was killer as well. And that was it. Surprisingly, I loved Pat Beverly's defense. He played great defense last night.
He did.
Crowder was Crowder, but DeAndre Ayton is, as you always love to say, I don't care what you do in the playoffs. I want to see what you do in the playoffs. This playoffs, he's been consistent.
He's been consistent, and I mean a little bit above consistent because if you're dropping like 24, 15,
24 and 10,
you're a little bit above consistent. And when you're outplaying AD, not even outplaying, I wouldn't say he was outplaying. When you're playing AD, and you guys are both interchanging the same amount of stats, and he's not dogging you, I think you're doing a good job. And I think everybody slept on Ayton as far as being a number 1 pick. Was he number 1 or 2 pick? I forget. I think number one. Yeah. So like they slept on him. I definitely slept on him. I still don't know if he.
I slept on him for real. This year helped me. I ain't gonna lie. I think everybody got put on notice how good the Suns.
I still don't know if he's a dominant center, or just like.
He don't have to be. 20 and 10 is cool.
I have to see more of him. He's gonna have to be if the Suns scrape out, get a championship. He's gonna have to be next season.
Yeah,
but that's what I'm talking about because Chris Paul's only getting older, and that means Ayton needs to show me: are you a Dwight Howard? Are you a Shaq? Are you a Yao? Like, what are you? Right now, you're doing rim runs and getting all the hustle points, but that's
he hit the midi last night though. He hit that midi.
Yeah, but like, so it's not gonna sustain you though for definitely a back-to-back or even a championship contention for the second season.
Okay, so we both got Suns in 5. I have Suns in 4. You have Suns in 5. If they lose this series, I'm talking about the Clippers, with Kawhi being potentially hurt, maybe it's not an ACL, maybe it's just a bad strain.
It's an ACL.
Do you think it impacts his decision for next year if he stays or leaves?
Yes. And it can go one or two ways. Now, I can still see Kawhi. Like, you saw Klay Thompson be the guy that gets injured and just take the bag. Kawhi's not that dude.
No.
Kawhi would get injured and still sign to Golden State.
You love that Golden State.
Like, it's still California. So for me, And if a dude can live in San Diego and work in LA, that means you can live in Golden State and have a house in LA. So for me, I think that it wouldn't impact where he signed. It would almost, it could go either or. He could either be like, hey, I'm going to stay here. Thank you, Steve Ballmer, for giving me the super max basically because I'm injured. Or, hey, the Golden State's offering me super max and they just traded Draymond or Wiggins and flipped them. And why wouldn't I?
So I little disagree with that. I think he stays one more year, shake it out.
Oh, no, not one more year.
I definitely see one more year.
Because the only reason I would say one more year is because if you go one more year, you have to sign another piece. And you don't have any room to sign any other pieces with Ibaka hurt.
Yeah, well, they need to drop. They just need to drop him. They can't drop him, but they need to drop him. Rondo's gone. He's barely getting playing time, which is a little odd to me, but I don't.
That's
a
Ty Lue thing. I don't think Ty Lue's a good coach, by the way.
That's he. Okay, all right. Hold on.
You think he is?
Hold on. I gotta.
You think he is?
Is he a good coach? Yes. Is he a great coach? No. Does he make great adjustments on the fly? Yes. So to answer the question, yes, I think he's a good coach, and I've grown admiration for him this year.
No. Okay, so if you grow admiration for him this year, then we got to call our cap on all this. I think he's a good place at a good time. LeBron coached you your whole first time, and let's not act like we didn't see every clip of LeBron with the clipboard and Ty Lue all the way off the corner.
Let's talk this year, though.
This year, okay, you make adjustments, but I'm looking at this year too, and I'm looking at just injured riddled season. So you're right. This year, as an adjustment, being your only good criteria as a coach. Good job. You pulled the Terrence Mann card, but you're not playing Rondo. You're not playing Boogie.
You don't need Rondo. You get off of Boogie. He's doo-doo, bro.
No, you don't be doo-doo. You drop 11 points in 5 minutes.
Oh, and have 30 fouls in 2 minutes.
But that means that the rotations are bad, bro. That's
have you not seen Reggie Jackson? You can't play Rondo when Reggie Jackson is hot.
You can. You want to know why? You have 2 injured stars. You don't. No, wait. Lamar, you can play Reggie Jackson at the 2, PG at the 3. What are we talking about? Who else do you have as a 1 besides Reggie and Rondo? And
they've been playing the white Kawhi Leonard.
Kennard, right?
Kennard. And so he's been playing amazing.
Kennard's a 2.
Reggie, and that's what I'm saying. Reggie.
Yeah, Reggie, Kennard. And then what about the other ones? There's only 2 other ones. So this is what I'm talking about. Rotations are bad is what I'm saying. Lamar, there's 2
people. You think rotations are bad because Rondo's not getting
no, that's a fact. that is a fact. You have a 2-time champion in the playoffs where everybody's injured and you aren't going into your bench and you're acting like you still have people on DMPs.
Do you think he's hurt?
Who, Rondo?
Because no. I remember the first series.
I think Rondo doesn't get along with coaches, by the way. Rondo and Ty,
I don't think he gets along with that team.
Rondo and Ty Lue would never get along. Rondo's a smarter point guard than Ty Lue ever was. So with that, Ty Lue's not playing Rondo because Rondo's just going to undermine Ty Lue. And so that's what I mean by Ty Lue's not a good coach.
I think Rondo doesn't like being there.
He doesn't like Ty Lue. I don't think
he likes Ty Lue. I don't really think he likes Paul George.
He would like being there if he was the point guard. And I can't say Ty Lue's a great coach because Terrence Mann saved his career.
I didn't say he was great though.
I know you said he's good, and you said he proved something to you this year, and you can't prove something to me this year when Terrence Mann just saved your career.
I'm saying without Kawhi, any coach to win without their star player, because Paul George isn't a star; he's an all-star. He's not against
the team they were playing.
But I can't even knock him losing against the Suns. The Suns, it's like the Lakers last year. This looks like this is their year to lose. They just look good, and they're healthy. Outside of the broken nose last night, they're healthy.
Yeah, you're right. I wouldn't give it to him. It's not his fault if they lose, because they are injured. But when I'm telling you, if Kawhi and Ibaka was healthy and they still lost, he'd be fired.
Of course. I'm not going to disagree with that.
And it would be more to my point, but I don't think he's a good coach. I don't think because you got an injured player and you scraped to the whatever, and oh my God, you had another comeback. Three of them?
Conference final, 2 of them. He's the only coach to ever do that. You do know that, right?
You do know that.
Don't tell me about Bron. Don't tell me about
that is the statistic, bro. When Bron handpicks you just to not coach, and you get there with Bron at his prime of his career, and then you turn around and you barely get the Clippers there, and now you look back and you got a better record than all the other coaches because Bron put you there for 4 of the times and you only got 1 time by yourself, I would say that Bron was the head coach.
Well, Bron was the coach.
Okay, then. Let's take off his comebacks in.
Well, listening to I just was watching him too. Our dribbling coach, I cannot think of his name. He said
Handy or Hanley?
Yeah. He said Bron wanted to be coached in Cleveland. Now, but we're getting off topic. Bron ain't even in the playoffs, and we ain't got to talk about Bron. Mm-hmm. LA gang. All right, so let's go straight to some hot takes.
All right, man. Jokic on MVP. Give it to me. What do you think about that?
I loved it. I thought he played good. I didn't like them booting him out the game. That was trash.
That was real trash. The league really needs to get in some trouble. They need to get some people to talk to. Like, that's some stupid stuff. Just like you talk to KD's bodyguard, talk to that dude. That's crazy. Okay.
Boom. Hot take for you. They potentially might trade Wiseman in the offseason. I know you are salivating at the mouth.
I told you, bro, he ain't do nothing. So this is my thought of that, man. Wiseman, you can't be injury ridden. You can't pass up on LaMelo and still be on the team. That's the thing. For the rest of his career, it'll be like, wait, you pass up on LaMelo and he's still on the team. You better trade him with Wiggins. Hopefully you get Kawhi in the summer. Hopefully you get another piece. If not with Wiggins, trade Draymond. They
go get Ben Simmons.
Yeah, trade Draymond with Wiseman, get Ben Simmons.
I don't know about trading Draymond.
Oh, I would. I'd lock that dude up, trade him, and then sign Kawhi in the offseason.
Draymond, Curry, and Clay is a combo that just it gels.
Look, they do know each other and all that stuff, and it's a great hand and glove fit. So if you can get Wiggins and play him at the 3, I would love that. I mean, not Wiggins, Ben Simmons, and play him at the 3. I would love that because I think Simmons need to be a 3 or a 4. But I mean, if you got to pitch Draymond and Wiseman for Simmons, that ain't holding me up.
No, I think more like Wiggins, Wiseman, ship them. But is that enough? I don't know. Okay.
With the next one for devalued crap, hopefully.
The devalued crap. Next one, Udoka or Sudoku is gonna be his nickname. Do you hate it, love it, or like it?
Okay, I don't definitely don't love it. I don't hate it because I love him getting a shot and a job. I hate it from this. I hate it from the standpoint of like get Sudoku out of here. I hate it from the standpoint of I feel like what the real issue is. There's a lot of high caliber coaches in the roster right now. You got Terry Stotts, you got Rick Carlisle, you got Mark Jackson who's still there, you got Chauncey Billups, you have some people, maybe even Dwayne Casey. You got some people.
Put Chauncey Billups at the bottom.
He may be at the bottom, but he still won a championship. He's a point guard championship.
Jason Kidd won a championship.
Yeah, they all have the criteria. But so I would say and Jason Kidd. So you add those people, and Brad Stevens goes with the assistant. And so that tells me that nobody wanted to interview with you, Brad. How am I going to interview with a head coach that didn't get the job done? And you going to tell me how to get my job done? You better hire an assistant.
Okay. Well, since you went like it, I love it. Based upon opposite criteria, I like them giving him opportunity. I like his age. I like not recycle coaches.
Oh, and I'm sorry, Celtics are going to be below 500. He ain't got no system or scheme that's going to help Jason Tatum besides ball out. That's it. I can see it already. Hey, yo, Jason, ISO. So
rolls the ball out.
Really, that was a hire for Jason Tatum to unleash him. So that's all it's going to be.
It's unleash. It's going to be unleashed.
It's a below 500 team.
No, it's going to be Kobe 08.
Lamar, can you tell me about what you think about that Al Horford trade?
Oh, back to the Celtics?
Yeah, let's not get off them. By Brad Stevens. That was his first major trade. Can you please tell me your feelings about that?
Hey, the backup that they picked up from OKC actually could start center though.
No,
Horford ain't.
He's a bad boy. I Moses, right?
Yeah.
He's a bad boy. He had 18
Yeah.
rebounds like one of his last games or something like that. But tell me,
Al Horford off the bench, bring us some type of veteran.
Why would you trade Kemba Walker for Al Horford?
We both know why they. They salary dumped Walker.
Yeah, okay, it's a salary dump, but I'm not. That's the stupidest thing. Like, how are you going to recycle a player you didn't sign in the offseason? Trade a point guard that him and Shai Gilgeous are going to go nuts in OKC. I'm going to tell you
They're not keeping him. They're not keeping him.
They are.
I'll put my whole house on it.
Okay, go ahead. Give it to me later. I'll give it back to you, bro. You ain't got to move out or nothing, but it's going to be mine because you don't get rid of Kemba. He's a franchise like leader in the Hornets.
Franchise what? No, he's not. He's
scoring leader. He is.
He's trash.
So you put him over there in the OKC. OKC is not dumping him. OKC ain't got nobody. Him and Shai are going nuts.
Kemba's 5'1".
They are going to go
6'3",
nuts, and they're going to be the 6th seed.
In 2 months, I'm going to text you when they trade him. Okay, I just want to.
In 2 months, you're going to text me in the deed of your house. That's what you're going to text me.
All right, let me unpack the other one. So this one I absolutely love. They're going to finally get rid of the whole offensive disadvantages they're giving to the defensive players.
Okay.
Like Trae Young does it. James Harden does it. Mm-hmm. I want them to work on the whole swipe through, but I do understand it if your hand is out and they swipe.
You can't. Here's the thing. KD invented it. Not KD invented it, but KD popularized
swipe through. Yes, he swiped through.
That's how he got half of his scoring champs because he got to the line those extra times.
Yeah.
But it's very hard to officiate.
Yeah.
The swipe through because you just go right under. If you do it perfectly, under
every time.
And Harden's more obvious with it. KD's not. I've seen KD with it, and I had to realize, he was the one that made the rule. And then I had to watch him, and he does it so smooth, just boom, walk straight to the line. And so, but Harden, he's a little bit more lazy with it. Oh my God.
Yes, that's what I'm glad they're going to work on.
So they're jumping
into the defender. Yes. I hate that. That is garbage.
I don't think that's going to fix KD though.
KD don't even have to do that, that's the thing.
And he only does it. That's what I'm saying. KD only does it when he absolutely has to because he's a basketball genius. Yeah. And so when he does do it, you can't. It's probably because they missed the foul. Like,
yeah.
Realistic.
Okay. Let's see. What's my other one I want to pack? Becky Hammond. I think she needs a job. I know you're rooting for Chauncey Billups, but I love Becky, even though she's got plenty of rings. I know you may not credit them because they're under Popovich, but her knowledge base is through the roof. And she played in the league with WNBA. I don't know who Portland's going to grab. I think it's going to be Chauncey, but I wouldn't be mad if it was Becky. Either way, come next year, I think Dame is gone by trade deadline.
So I think Becky should get a job, just like you said. It shouldn't be Portland. I think it'll be too hot with a superstar like Dame.
And hold on, before you finish, Portland is running into an issue where nobody really wants to go there. As crazy as that sounds, it's not a good spot to go to because you're going and you're going to lose. They're never winning a championship. So that's this whole thing of, that's the place to coach. No, it's not, because you're going to get bounced every year. Every team, if you say Portland in their roster, they're the 7 or 8 every year.
Yeah, they are. So I don't think Dame leaves.
Okay.
I think Becky Hammond, for her own career and for my own sanity of not being on her tail about like getting better and stuff, she needs like Timberwolves. She needs something that we can just be surprised more so than watching Dame be heated about adjustments.
Okay.
But yeah, so I think Becky needs to deserve that. I think Chauncey needs to be for Portland. So I agree with you with that for Dame. And I don't think Dame is out. I just don't know who you trade for Dame.
It's tough. It's tough.
And I don't because if I'm a GM, I got to clear my roster for Dame. Clear out, because Dame is, one, not even his salary is huge. Two, he's their only superstar. And so they're asking for the house and picks.
And the whole house and cars.
Who are you pairing them with? And people like the Lakers, unless you do a sign and trade with Schroeder, for like Ben Simmons, you ain't getting Dame. You know what I mean?
No, I know. That's my next one. Lakers and Schroeder. A lot of Laker fans are mixed. I'm mixed on it. I know, regardless, we have to sign him and then trade him. I've been hearing rumblings. I did hear the Ben Simmons, which I hate. I'm mixed on the Kyle Lowry. If I want Kyle Lowry, I don't know because he wants the bag after he gets signed, which
I say no. I say no Kyle Lowry. I say sign and trade a Schroeder for Ben Simmons because
Philly don't do that though. That's the thing. Philly, why would Philly do that? You're saying off of can't be devalued.
I think Philly would.
What?
I know.
But you wouldn't take CJ? That's crazy. That doesn't make any sense. CJ is a way better player than
it doesn't make sense. But here's Philly's stupid mentality. Philly thinks if they can't get Dame for Ben Simmons, then it's a wash. But but if they can get Schroeder, a solid point guard that's 27,
Schroeder,
it's good.
Kuzma,
sign and trade, they would think that they won and they didn't. But
we would have to throw a pick in. I don't hate that. That's because Kuzma's gone. Kuzma's
gone, and then Philly feels like they won it. They didn't. LA really won it because now you got a star in Ben Simmons you didn't draft that's learning from Bron and AD. It's over for the league then. So I think, and then the Lakers are set. We don't care if Bron walk or not. I mean, Ben need to fix his mental, but then we're set. So for me, and don't let Zozo sign in the offseason.
He's going to New York. We already know that. That was going to be my last question.
Ooh, you think he's going to New York?
I think he's going to New York, and that's the perfect fit because what's going to happen is he's going to go to New York. They're going to offer him. I hated in the beginning of the year when he turned down that money. He bet on himself, and he doubled down, and he played great. This is best shooting year ever.
I don't hate him for turning down that money because
I thought he wasn't going to play good. That's why.
Well, no, Lamar, you thinking about think about you. If you are Lonzo, if you are Lamar Chamley, Lonzo's age, forget Lonzo, you're Lamar Chamley, and you know how long your rookie contract was or whatever contract you signed into. You don't care if you ball out or you tear your ACL next season. You ain't signing that extension because you would go for the minimum and work your tail off in New York before you get with the Pelicans again. Yeah. And that was his mentality. He don't care if he roll his ankle, break both his ankles. He'll sign with Chicago, New York, and LA again before he signed back in Louisiana.
Yeah. They're done. Zion.
He out, boy. He out. And so here's the thing. You either let him walk.
He's not out to the... Yeah, you let him walk.
You let him walk in 4 to 5 years, which he walks, or...
No, it's not 4 to 5 after the rookie deal.
When's the rookie deal over?
1 more year. This is second year in the league.
Yeah, I'm trading this dude.
Oh.
I know.
You mean off a potential trade him. Because of AD? Do like they did with AD? Okay. Yeah, because next year, if this is true, which...
No, it is true.
I do think it is true.
There's nothing false about him wanting to be out of New Orleans and him thinking about, New York, anything else besides New Orleans. That's all true. Because his jersey sells from being... remember when he was on the bench in New Orleans? It would have been number one, and he was just on the bench, and he would have been making 15 mil extra. So he's all about the bag and the highlights. He ain't no slouch. He gonna give you something. But
now I wouldn't mind Becky going there. Regardless, that team is gonna get.
If Becky goes there,
I just saw Josh Hart. Josh Hart went out too, so the whole team is gonna get switched over. Yeah, so I think that's a good start for Becky. Start there, build some type of foundation because Brandon Ingram is there to stay because he's waiting for everybody to leave. Look at me.
He said, "Give me a championship." Give me the franchise is what he's saying.
Give me the franchise.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I agree with you.
So it'll work out.
That'll be a great pick for Becky. Stan Van wasn't going to be a good pick. It's just, and they're giving they didn't sign enough vets.
No,
because the fact that Zoe and them can even say they want out, and the fact that the vet that you did sign didn't want to be there, JJ Redick. So once he missed those playoffs and you stopped his streak. So I think they needed vets that can tell those kids to shut up and you stay in here because they had no vets in the locker room. And now I'm hearing everybody wants to be out. Everybody wants to force their way out. Hey, trade me.
But that's the league now, though. That's the league. That's
but still, I don't care who you are. You can look at me, Zion. Tell me to trade you. You here for 3 more years.
Well, I don't know why I just forgot his name, but their general manager.
Yeah, it's David
glasses. We know he play hardball.
Yeah, he gonna get
AD had to sit out. He had to just straight sit out.
Yeah, so they can say whatever they want, but he ain't trading LeBron James, which is Zion. He ain't trading that.
Yeah. He said, okay.
Yeah, cool. Show me what you got. You better make 20 and 12, and then I'll figure out what we're gonna do.
Pretty much, and that's gonna be the only way. And so let's see. I had something else for you. I'm trying to think before I let you go.
Give me your finals prediction. What you think?
Suns, easily. I don't think even if Milwaukee made it, I'm gonna go Atlanta, and I think they sweep them in 4.
Nah, Trey giving you 1.
I think this year. Well,
Trey in the finals, he'll give you a game.
Maybe give him 1, but
because CP's too old for it to be guarding Trey like that. Trey giving
Cameron Payne can run around.
Cameron Payne, you are getting your everybody in the Suns. You're getting the bag. Jay Crowder, it's been way too long. You get in the bag. Cameron Payne, you were in the free agency. You get in the bag. Yeah,
he's out. He's leaving.
Oh, for sure. But like, yeah.
And if he gets a ring, that's even more money he's gonna make.
Yes, he's gonna be on the Lakers next season if he get a ring. Lakers be like, Lakers gonna spend $10 million on Cameron Payne. It'll be the dumbest decision you ever made.
No, you're right. But yeah, I got Suns. I got Devin Booker for MVP. I think they only get
Chris Paul would get it.
Well, I got Devin Booker. Now that he broke his nose, when he gonna wear that mask, I got him going 50.
Is he wearing a mask?
Yeah, he has to. That shit is like this.
I know. If he wear a mask and go for 50,
bro,
league over.
Look at soon as he put the mask on, they're gonna already put up a picture of Kobe when Kobe wore his mask. I already know they're gonna do that, and I know he's gonna go stupid though.
He need to go stupid. He hasn't had a real stupid game for me besides that 40-point triple double.
He dropped 39. He been playing amazing. Come on, that's hatred. He been balling out of his conscience, bro.
I just don't think.
And the back picks. You're not giving them love for these back screens.
Yeah, but when you're going against Paul George, who is wishy-washy every other game, I need to see this against Kawhi. I need to see
game 1. Game 1, they went back and forth.
I remember, man. I don't like PG's game.
Well, I like his game. I'm not knocking his game.
I don't like him. Game 1 too. I don't like him. I like his game. I don't like his mentality. And his mentality's been the same since post Pacers. It's been less of the dog, or maybe I got that dog, but you don't. You know what I mean? I don't like it. So when you're going against Devin Booker, I don't put much credence into it. Unless he dropped 40 every game, I don't put much credence into that he's dominating. Because Devin Booker.
Oh.
Because if Kawhi was on the court, if it was like KD across the court with Steph, if Steph was across the court, I'd be like, he's doing it. But like PG ain't that dude for me. He ain't that dude in the conference finals. I want to see going shot for shot with Devin Booker and then me crowning Devin Booker after beating PG.
So if he goes to the finals, balls out in the finals, Devin Booker will officially get your respect?
Yes. Balls out in the final, and I mean not like one of those, hey man, he dropped 21 tonight. He can't drop.
If he dropped 25 a night, that's good in the finals.
No, he can't. But I'm saying, he can't drop 21 one night. He can't do that. You can't drop less than when I look at finals performances, I want 30 plus every night.
Well, I think their system doesn't need that. That's as wild as that sounds. When Chris Paul come back, their ball distribution is through the roof.
You're right. It doesn't need it because they've gotten wins with him with 17 points.
Yeah, they swing that. And they bench come off.
That ain't Kobe, and that ain't a mentality of like what I want to see from the superstar that's next up.
Now, before I let you go, Chris Paul, financially staying, he will get the biggest bag. Do you think he stays, gets the bag, or you think he leaves, goes in? Well, he's not going to New York. So he would either have to stay or we do a sign and trade and he comes to us.
If you do a sign and trade, it's
because he's not leaving. He's not leaving anywhere close to LA. That's where he wants to be.
Yeah, he's not leaving the West Coast. He's been the West Coast his whole career. He'll never do that now.
Yes. So you think he stays? I guess that's the question.
If they win, LA is always going to be enticing to Chris Paul because we live in the NBA where Harden and KD got back together. Harden and Russ got back together. So when franchises fumble things like the Lakers did, they can't live with it, but so long and go back. I mean,
we didn't fund Lakers and fumble the Pelicans GM fumbled it when he ran his mouth.
The commissioner. I'm talking about the CP trade.
I know it was the commissioner. Did you see Jeannie Buss? She said that the commissioner, not the commissioner, the general manager was the one who tweeted it out or spoke it out before David Stern had got a chance to see it. And then
that's semantics. That's now let's clean it up. But because David Stern, RIP, anything that's said now.
I did hate David Stern because I shouldn't say hate. But
anything that says now after the fact to like save the reputation of the older, I don't.
Of David Stern?
Yeah, I don't put credence in. I put credence in what happened when my eyes were there. And
I thought they blocked it. I did think
they did block it. Don't come to me 10 years later saying they didn't. And like 10 years later, it's so nice when all these new Gen Zers don't know. But here's the thing. Chris Paul may go back. Lakers are the only thing that can entice him to not sign that big bag. But if the Lakers do sign him, it will only be fun in the regular season, but that will be your death warrant in the playoffs.
Oh, because he's injury prone.
Him and Braun are too old.
Yeah, Braun.
Even Kyle Lowry is too old for you to be signing.
I don't disagree. We can't sign that. We should learn from Steve Nash. Steve Nash took all our money and sat on the bench.
And now he's on that Brooklyn.
Gary Payton stole all our money.
Yes.
And this is our last year paying Luol Deng.
But Lamar, I don't think they will learn. You want to know why? Because we have a ton of names, and LeBron's added.
I know.
He's old. He's an old superstar. He didn't come to them when he left Miami.
I know. And Bron, if he don't get in his bag this year and get a jump shot.
His trajectory gone. He got to wait for his son to come out.
And his son is not good. I hate to say it, but Bronny is not good. Something about last week, maybe watch a Sierra Cannon game.
When they were big up at him.
He playing with superstars on the team. I ain't gonna lie to you, but he don't do nothing but give me a couple highlights. That's what all these high school kids do. Give me a couple highlights. But
yeah, if I'm Bron, I'm leaving before my son come in. I'm leaving because I'm like, yo, you a scrub.
You know what I mean? Hey, get out.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I want to unpack Lakers next episode because I need to know where you think we should go. I'm going to end with this. We need to bring Dwight Howard back, and we'll talk about that next episode.
Need to bring Dwight back. Yeah, I agree.
Bring him back.
He got I know millionaire Dwight.
Now he got his money. Now he should come back.
No, Dwight, he was the highest, second highest paid on the Lakers ever, all time. Well, I mean, with LeBron on the team. Dwight got the second, like, if you look at right now, all like active players.
Oh, are you talking about when we paid him before?
No, I'm just talking about count Orlando, count Houston, count Atlanta, count Hornets, and count all his salaries. He's only second to LeBron in making the most out of his career.
AD didn't make more than him?
No, not in the career. Mm-mm. So that's why when he was on the Lakers that first season, he was not the first season, but this last season, he gave everybody like Xboxes and stuff like he gave stuff LeBron didn't do. I mean, the gift.
He took a non-guaranteed.
And he took a non-guaranteed. So that's what I was saying. This dude's a millionaire, just want to help you guys win a championship. You letting him leave?
I know, we let him go. I know.
He don't even need the money, nor does he want it. And he give everybody Xbox Ones or the new PlayStation, and nobody wants him to stay. You guys are tripping. Yeah, but yeah, you need him back.
But we'll unpack that next. This is episode 16, Big Dog Talk. We out. Ray Lamar. Bang.
Peace.